The most cherished thing that one has is your health. And your body really is a holy temple. And very few people treat it as a holy temple. People are not really interested in health and wellness. Now, it sounds strange, subconsciously they are, but if you really are interested, you do something about it. You've got to look after your body, guys. You don't think it's important now. It falls on deaf ears with most people, but if you can change somebody's life, what a thrill.
In 2009, Gary Player did change somebody's life at the Nature Valley First Tee Open at Pebble Beach. Then 15-year-old First Tee participant, Chris Davis.
When I first met Gary Player, I had originally just needed some putting advice. I had putted pretty poorly the first day. I had made some birdies, but also had some 3-putts, which is kind of common if you don't know Pebble Beach very well. And he helped me with that, but then he turned it into a health lesson.
Here was a young man, he was on the putting green, looked very heavy, he was 65 to 70 pounds overweight. And I said, this boy's gonna die.
And he looked at me straight in the face and said, you're overweight. Are you gonna do something to change that? This is gonna affect not only your golf game, but your life.
It's kind of hard for him to hear, but I think he said something that Chris really wanted to hear, that he needed to change.
And while I was hearing him say these things for about an hour to an hour and a half, it initially hurt a little bit, but I took it as more of a learning lesson because I realized that one of the greatest golfers of all time is taking his time out to help me. So I took it to heart, and I wanted to change because I was tired of looking the way I looked at the time.
When I asked him what was wrong when he got back from Pebble, he said he was a little bit upset, and I asked him why, and he says, well, Mr. Player said I was fat. And it offended me a little bit, but it was the truth. And you know, I just asked him, I said, well, what are you gonna do about it, Chris?
2,000 calories a day was my max every single day. I drank a lot of water, cut my food off around 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and I ran and lifted for about a total of an hour and a half every single day.
Boy, when he got on with it, he's been on with it. And I mean, like I said, it's nonstop.
Whenever I was on a treadmill, when I was trying to do those extra push-ups, those extra bench press reps, I remembered him. My goal for senior year was to make it to the state finals at 170 pounds. But with proper diet and exercise, I was able to lose it by the end of the school year. So I lost 65 pounds in about 6.5 months. And I was able to qualify for state and be an all-state player my senior year.
The result is what you see today, a fine, healthy young man with a positive attitude and different goals for his life.
You just have to persevere through it. You have to. You have to want to make the change. And that's with anything in life. If you don't want to make the change, you're not going to.
How are you, my champ? Good to see you, man. You look like Tarzan now, man. Michael Jordan better watch out for you.
5 years after Gary Player inspired him to change his life, Chris, along with his parents, was reunited with the Black Knight at the 3M Championship.
He said he was proud of me. I thought about all those times that I just wanted to give up running for the day, or when I wanted the fries at lunch and I was eating carrots. Things like that. You remember all the little things you did to become successful, and then it makes it all worth it. You really changed my life when you did that, and I see you on TV and everything you do, and I smile. I'm thinking that's the person who changed my life, helped me change my life, so I owe you for that one.
To meet Mr. Player after all these years is just icing on the cake, as to say, even though he won't eat it.
He was very enlightening, had a lot of good golf advice, a lot of good life advice. So those are tools I'm gonna take back with me as I start school next month and I start my senior year of college golf.
I just think it's imperative for young people to realize what they've got to live for, and there's nothing worse if you're not healthy.
He's my young superstar.
All thanks to you.
And so I'm gonna continue with this. My wife sometimes says, you know, you come across too strong, you know, take it easy. I said, no, I'm not going to. If I can change people's lives, what greater gift can you have than that?
I have to give you a big hug and say congratulations.
Thank you.
We are so proud of you.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. It's been
My
great.
goodness, what a story.
He knew me for an hour and told me that he loved me and wanted to see me do better. And I really think he cares about everyone that he comes in contact with. So that really speaks to the type of person he is and that I strive to be every day.